Ooh, what's going on, guys? It's your favorite guy on the internet, and today I'm going to be talking about a recent controversy that blew up on YouTube. But by the way, I apologize if I sneeze or cough because I am sick, or I have a cold today. And, but yeah, let's hop into the video. So, I'm sure that until very recently, you probably haven't heard of a YouTuber named Mama Max. I mean, you might have, and I'm not going against Mama Max here. I'm just saying I hadn't heard of him because he's fairly big, but not exactly huge. But recently he made a video exposing a predator that had gotten loose on YouTube, and it had lots of good points in it about the YouTuber in question, and honestly, it was good. Like, it was a good point. It could have helped people from and maybe give them some info on who this guy was and maybe how not to get caught by him. But apparently, there was a frame in the video that had some cartoon, basically very cartoony nudity, quote unquote, and it wasn't even anything serious. So a lot of people had a problem with this because it was censoring a video that wasn't bad and actually needed to get out. I believe because, well, obviously, like, it could help people to know who this guy was, to help help the guy's channel get terminated, and maybe even, just help people out a lot, help the victims that had already been claimed by him. But my one very slight problem with it, or but one small problem with it, is that YouTube took the video down. And obviously, if you can't see what's going on with this, well, it didn't need to be taken down. In fact, it shouldn't have been taken down because it was very informative, it was very important, but they decided that it would be best to take it down because it had that one frame of cartoon nudity, which was completely, it was stupid, it was dumb. I don't think that it was necessary at all. But yet again, YouTube finds a way, as they always do. It's controversy this and controversy that, and honestly, YouTube needs to manage their platform a bit better. But hey, who am I kidding? I'm just a dude on the internet, right? Well, actually, yeah, you're very right. And I feel like this would be a lot more lighthearted if not for the fact that, like, it was a video about a child predator that was very important for people to see, and Mama Max decided that he was going to take an action to prevent this from happening again. So he started a Twitter thread known as Pick a Side YouTube, and a lot of YouTubers have made videos on it where, he tagged content creators to show them, basically, to tell who is gonna be tagged and who's gonna make videos or maybe even retweet the post. Because now, what are the sides, you may ask? Well, this is where things get a bit extreme on Max's part. Pick a side: YouTube, children, or predators. And honestly, well, it's just not very cool because it's forcing YouTube in a position that I don't think they want to be in. Now, obviously, this is a situation that really no one wants to be in because obviously, it's being potentially being called a predator, and that could ruin their business, like, entirely. Which means that essentially YouTube's going to be forced in a position where they could potentially shut down YouTube altogether if this continues to be the way it is, because, well, obviously it's a big deal. Like, YouTube doesn't want to be called out as a predator. Like, I know I wouldn't, but it's like it's a big deal, and I think that Max maybe should have been less extreme and not deal on absolutes, because we all know that's what a Sith Lord does. No, but in all seriousness, though, it's very important that YouTube fixes this. Maybe even gives him permission to put up his video again, because, that'd just be the courteous thing to do. And while I wouldn't normally be worried about the courteous thing to do, I just think that YouTube really needs to start doing what the fans want, because here, as of recently, they've been promoting child safety, when here recently YouTube's making it seem like they didn't care about that in the first place. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you, just, yeah, YouTube, I think you do need to pick a side, but I don't know if those are the sides you should necessarily be picking from. Like maybe child safety or child endangerment. I feel like that's something that's that's less extreme, but still gets to the point fairly well, because let's be honest here, YouTube, I feel like at their core does care a lot about child safety, but these platforms, I'm sorry, I mean these videos make them a bit antsy, which is why they feel the major need to just censor things that could ruin the innocence of children on the platform, which I don't think that's what they do. They're more informative than anything, and while they do deal with serious topics, the majority of content I have seen on the matter have always been pretty censored. They have content warnings at the start. Just, they're good things. And yeah, I think that's going to be all I'm going to be covering for today, but thanks for watching and stay blocky.